And Rojas on the left-hand side. Rojas will always drive inside and he'll take the fullback with him. That leaves a space then for Gallardo, who does really well to find himself in space. It's really good positioning and defending by McCarty.
So now it is João Rojas on the corner from the far side. This is a Monterrey side elated to have him healthy. They play it short. Gobea. This ball sent far post. Moreno got a head to it, cleared away. Walker Zimmerman sends it to safe haven. Middle of the park, Aguirre for Monterrey. 5 shots taken in total, 3 for Monterrey, 2 for Nashville, but one of them was wiped out on the offside call that negated what we thought was the opening goal tonight. Moreno for Medina. Nashville has scored first in all 5 of its Leagues Cup matches. Thought they stretched that to 6 moments ago. This is a Monterrey side that will not wilt staring at a deficit. We learned that against LAFC some 4 nights ago. Gobea. Romo. Settled by Rojas. To the foot of Luis Romo again. Aguirre. Canales. Work this deeper into the 18. Challenge here by Rojas to win it back. He does well for Monterrey. Meza is clipped outside the 18. Referee rules advantage. The shot blocked away. And the ref says continue on. Canales plays this back. Monterrey might have wanted the free kick. Taken back by Gobea. Funes Mori. Romo. Meza. Aguirre! From the short angle, put it off the bar!
Well, Meza, he got himself up eventually. Just the defending here. It's good play initially from Lovitz, then he just needs to clear his lines. And then you see Meza, just when he picks the ball up here, there's the foul, but it's the man it's going to. It's going to Canales. They will want the advantage there. And then he gets himself back on his feet. Meza, they created 2v1. It's Aguirre, just hits it off the crossbar.
Gallardo fails to keep that in, and it's a throw for Nashville. This is technically a home game for Monterrey, but this is Nashville Stadium, we know, and they are 12-3-3 in this stadium in all competitions this season. Like Monterrey, they played on Friday. That match was not nearly as taxing as Monterrey's, and they didn't have to travel between games as we watch Meza, 1 of 4 into the attack for Monterrey. Taken into the 18, an appeal for a handball. Referee not interested right now. Taken back by Monterrey a second time. They recycle. Canales. Terrific move into the 18, but Zimmerman waiting for it and sent away in the direction of Mukhtar. Cut off at the pass by Moreno.
Just starting to take control, Monterrey now.
This is Romo. Aguirre. Rojas. Gobea back for Medina. A ball too far for Aguirre, but we're watching a Monterrey side now successfully stringing together pass after pass.
Potential handball, but you just look at Moore, you know, when the ball comes and it hits his hand. Just look at his left arm. It's not an unnatural position. Absolutely no chance that that can be a penalty. But what's happening at the moment, we're starting to see the possession being dominated by Monterrey. And because of that, it means that Nashville are falling back into their 4-4-2, but it's a very deep 4-4-2. and there's no out ball. Whereas if you go back maybe 10 minutes ago when Nashville were having a little bit more possession, they could get forward more, and that's when they were creating problems. But Monterrey is so good, the way that they play, they'll commit so many men forward, but that enables them then to put a high press on straight away.
Mukhtar with the ball brought down by Zimmerman, and now McNaught. Jack Mayer, who played every minute of the first 22 games at center back for this Nashville side. Injury issues have slowed him. It's opened the door for Lucas McNaught. Gary Smith, he says he's done more than an admirable job. He has made it customary to make life miserable for a center striker. Number 3 on the ball here to play back for Panico.
You've got McCarthy and Godoy. They're both sitting. That enables the fullbacks for Nashville to go forward, and they have to try and find them because the space is in those wider areas.
Pico with a step on Gobea and continues on. Tried to send one through for the cutting Alex Muyl. Bodies collide in the open field, and the foul will go against Rojas and Monterrey.
It's a great run initially from Pico, and then the whole of the pitch opens up, and Moore's just looking at him, still now saying, why didn't you pass him the ball? Just out of the picture here, Moore is all on his own on that right-hand side. And that's what they have to do, is switching the play from one side to the other, because what Monterrey are doing, when they're pressing high, but they're pressing central, they're pressing narrow, so there is space in those wider areas. And that's where Nashville, we've seen at certain instances in this game, when they've had their best opportunities, it's because they've been using the width in a really good way.
Moore's been cut out to take advantage of that kind of situation. They have not found him yet to this point in the game. He was excellent for 72 minutes versus Minnesota on Friday. Hani Mukhtar and Nashville. Scoreless with Monterrey in the semi-final. Lovitz into the waiting arms of Esteban Andrada. Lovitz with a header, but given away, and that ball sent ahead in the direction of Funes Mori, but never arrived. McCarty for Godoy. Wheel has it taken away, middle of the park. This ball for Meza. Lovitz keeps close watch on him, but Canales back to control for Monterrey. Moreno surveys. Out wide, Gallardo. João Rojas. Back for Medina. Monterrey's side that's allowed only 4 goals in 5 Leagues Cup matches prior to tonight. Goalkeeper Andrada has been good. He's made 16 saves over those first 5 matches. But a collective effort by this team. They switch to the right side, waiting for it. Aguirre played back. Romo.
All 4 of the goals that they've conceded have been in the first half as well. They're a team that grows into the game. You've seen that by the deficits that they've had, that they've clawed back. Seems to get stronger as the game goes on.
Funes Mori tried to lay that off. Comes back to the Monterrey striker, but taken away now by Hannibal Godoy. Laid out of the back by Shaq Moore. This is Moreno. So much at stake. Carrots dangling. A trophy. Prize money. CONCACAF Champions Cup for Nashville. They can check that box with a win tonight. Monterrey knows it will be part of that competition. And being part of it means there's a path to the Club World Cup in 2025 on U.S. soil. The stakes are high. Gobea for Moreno. Played back by Rojas. pragmatic approach right now from Monterrey as Medina plays this back. Pressure by Moore, sees Nashville win it back. Max McCarty finds space on the right side. Mukhtar able to exploit that. Has some friends cutting into the 18. Mukhtar closed down. That's defended well. And a corner for Nashville.
That's a brilliant ball initially from McCarty that frees Mukhtar. And you just see it's Medina initially who goes to Mukhtar. It's good defending in the end. Just on the inside of Mukhtar. Moore had made an overlapping run and found himself in space.
Second corner of the match for Nashville. And this time from the far side, it will be Daniel Lovitz. This is the only Nashville player to start every MLS regular season game and every game of this Leagues Cup. The only time he's had to be subbed on this year was in the Open Cup. It's his set piece. We are still scoreless, 37th minute. Get some air under this. McNaughton up for it. That's the goalkeeper Andrada who got a hand to it, taken by Mukhtar. Pico. On multiple bounces handled by Esteban Andrada.
It's just Monterrey, they're not happy with Bunbury. He followed up Andrada, the goalkeeper. See as a strike comes in. As he does slip. He slips on his way through. We'll see a better angle of it here. The goalkeeper holds it well. And then Bunbury just goes to pause there. You see he slips. There's no heart, there's no intent from Bunbury there. Very difficult for him to stop himself.
Friday Night Baseball on Apple TV Plus returns on Friday. Two great games, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's the Toronto Blue Jays visiting the Cincinnati Reds, and Elly De La Cruz, one of MLB's bright young stars, at 6:30 p.m. Coverage of one of the biggest rivalries in sports begins as the Boston Red Sox host the New York Yankees. Both games exclusively on Apple TV Plus. On this Tuesday night, Leagues Cup semifinals into Miami earlier tonight with 4 different goal scorers booking its place in the final. Yes, Lionel Messi scored again. We'll have highlights and the recap of that game coming up on our halftime coverage here. Played back for Andrada. Medina. Zimmerman got ahead to it, denying Gallardo, but won back by Monterrey again. That's João Rojas doing the dirty work and gives here Luis Romo for Gouveia. Played out wide. Aguirre. Aguirre curls this top of the 18. That's broken up. Gathered here by Bunbury. Looking to hit on the counter Nashville. It all develops too slowly and played back to McNaughton. McCarty. Good ball to spring Bunbury. He'll play it out wide. Alex Muyl on the move for Nashville. As Moore to his right tried to send it into the 18. Broken up. Funes Mori won the aerial battle, but taken back by Nashville again. And this is Hany Mukhtar. That's McCarty. Now space for Shaq Moore, far side. Moore plays this. Mukhtar gets a hit to it, and the stop made by the keeper Andrada. Follow-up try is cleared away. Settled at the 18. Papa Pico, and a stop made by Andrada.
It's a brilliant ball from Moore. He's been screaming for the ball for the majority of the half when he's gone forward, but he's just been ignored. This time he gets forward. Puts a beautiful ball in to the far post. Mukhtar gets up well. Just see Andrada just gets his hand to it. Just looking at the scenario there with Mukhtar, would he have been better potentially heading it across goal? Andrada manages to get the job done.
Lost in the impressive comeback against LAFC. He made 4 saves as his team did put itself in position to rally for the 3-2 win. All of those goals scored between the 68th and 88th minutes to defeat the reigning MLS Cup champions in the quarterfinal. Travel has been a big part of the Monterrey Leagues Cup experience, has it not? 6 games, 6 different venues. Approximately an 1,800-mile trip for this one. LA to Nashville. They go long for Wheel. Played perfectly off the line by Andrada to send it away. Now can Funes Mori get on this? Tangled up with Walker Zimmerman. And the referee lets it go. Taken by Wheel. Wheel switch to the left side. Gathered by Pico. McCarty for Lovitz. Moore again. Mukhtar right side. Challenging Govea. His service cleared away by Hector Moreno for a Nashville throw.
You just see Moore. He's trying to get involved time and time again because Wheel, who's playing on the right wing in front of him, he's actually just going more central.
Walter Lopez has the hand to the ear. He is communicating with video review. We are not aware of what they're looking for specifically.
I think it could be anything. There's nothing specific whatsoever.
Harry Smith looks as puzzled as we are, and now the signal for the Nashville throw. This ball sent in. Zimmerman got a hit to it, sent wide. That's the man who scored 2 Leagues Cup goals against Mexican competition earlier in this tournament.
He's a real threat. You've got one centre-back who's got the long throw. The other one who'll go up and be a threat in the box. Just he's not able to get enough on it. And then Mukhtar, he doesn't react quick enough. And you can see just afterwards he's disappointed because that could have been a tap-in for him.
Andrada will take a breath. 43rd minute. We are scoreless at Geodis Park in Nashville. Flicked ahead by Romo. Nobody there. Zimmerman guides that safely into the arms of Panico. Now McCarty. Shaq Moore, far side. McCarty, a player who's spent the bulk of his 18-year career defending, orchestrating passes in the midfield, rewarded with a 3-assist game in that quarterfinal against Minnesota Friday. That's a good ball for Bunbury. Flag stays down for Nashville. Teal Bunbury. Wanted Godoy, intercepted it. Now the flag goes up far side.
It's that space they're looking to try and take advantage of once again in behind Aguirre. And I just think, look at the run here from Bunbury, which is, he could well be onside. I was going to say just needs to time his run better. I thought he timed his run well when you see that replay. And what happens is, a lot of times now Medina is having to go into that right back position. He's comfortable going into that position. He's played that position before in his career, but it's when he's had a right-sided centre-back next to him. And that's where I think Nashville, on the main occasions when they've been going forward, other than when Moore's looked against some good positions, is where they're trying to take advantage and drag one centre-back out and then leave the other one a little bit vulnerable in the middle.
Medina. Good ball gathered by Aguirre. And the return pass, Maxi Meza. eludes McCarty, able to play this ball in, broken up by Moore, comes to Papapico. And a hard challenge on the near side. Yellow card out of the pocket of referee Walter Lopez. Papapico is the first player tonight to be booked.
It's the hand in the face of Aguirre. See it here when they clear the danger. Shaq Moore's in a really good position. It's just here, watch his left hand. He's just putting it up to protect himself. In those scenarios, when your arm is just leaving your body there and you're just using it to keep someone away, it's always going to be a free kick, and more often than not, a yellow card's going to follow it as well.
Sergio Canales tending to his injured teammate. Three minutes of stoppage time, and all of this was posted by the fourth official. As we look at Fernando Ortiz, it'll be interesting to get your answer on who will be the happier coach as this game goes to halftime. We'll hold off on that set piece here as Canales will take the free kick for Monterrey. Rayados number 10 told us yesterday he feels he's only about 80% fit. The rest will come. Able to curl this into the 18. Zimmerman up to challenge for the second ball. Cleared away by Nashville to the middle of the park. Running for space. Funes Mori got a shot off the back of McNaughton and gathered by Panico.
As the ball's put back in, Funes Mori uses his strength to keep Norton away. He's just able to get a touch on it, just takes any pace off the ball.
Monterrey's side that is 4-0 versus MLS teams in this Leagues Cup. They've never lost a knockout round match or a two-leg tie versus MLS competition, including the 2011 CONCACAF Champions League final against Real Salt Lake. Trying to keep that record perfect tonight. It is a stalemate, likely the final minute of the first half. 9-0 knockout matches versus MLS sides. Lovitz with the throw. Chested down by Bunbury, but cleared away. McNaughton gets ahead to it into space. Maxi Meza trying to use his speed to get on it, and the successful challenge won by Zimmerman. Maybe a final push here for Nashville. Space for Walker Zimmerman, the Nashville captain. He'll play this to the top of the 18, but broken up. Godoy for Pico. Chased by Canales. This ball takes a deflection out. And with that said, the first half comes to an end. Which side feels better about itself right now?
I think probably Monterrey, but just on the fact of what they've done in second half of games recently. But Nashville, they'll be feeling okay as well. Mukhtar's obviously just speaking to the referee, Walter Lopez, about the goal that was disallowed.
It was ultimately ruled offside as Alex Muyl made his run into the box, of the goal taken away. As we have time to process what we'll look forward to in the second half, could it be Sam Surridge time for the second straight time early in the half? It was ruled no goal. We're scoreless after 45 minutes in this Leagues Cup semifinal. Monterrey, Nashville, 45 minutes to go, and if that doesn't decide it, a penalty shootout will.
We love our house. The outdoor space is great, but we do have invasive weeds.
I think we got in the house.
I think you're right.
And of course, what this particular rose bush.
Stay away from my family! Why are you so strong? At least Geico makes bundling my home and car insurance easy. We save so much.
You want me to get the spray stuff?
get the spray stuff.
He's up here!
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Some things you can question.
I scored 3 goals in 3 minutes. I nutmegged 2 defenders and the keeper. You beat 5 guys, one after the other, like 100 goals for the season.
What's undeniable is that Gran Centenario is Mexico's #1 tequila.
New IHG One Rewards. 18 hotel brands. One loyalty program that lets you guest how you guest.
Bienvenida a casa. Welcome.
Bienvenida a casa.
Thanks for every time.
Rápido.
Rápido. R con ferrocarril.
¿Me entiendes? Recuérdame.
Recuérdame. Bienvenida a casa. Hola, abuela. Bienvenida a casa. Diseño a tu,
Miguel, ¿recámara?
Sí.
Venga, we'll speak a lot of Spanish.
Connecting changes everything. AT&T.
You care about a clean future. And so do we. The right nutrition today. And more recyclable packaging tomorrow. Purina cares here. And here.
Welcome to the Leagues Cup halftime report. Geodis Park, Nashville, Tennessee, the Music City, and scoreless after 45 minutes. Nashville had one taken back due to video review. Hani Mukhtar thought he gave the club the lead. He did not. Here are the first half highlights, Danny.
Yeah, and it's a hugely controversial point. You see Mukhtar, he does exceptionally well here. Puts the ball then into the corner. We can see the Muil is in an offside position, no problem. But he's not interfering with play. Keep your eye on Andrada. Nothing that Muil does affects Andrada in the slightest. It doesn't take away the dive that he's making. In fact, he's dived before Muil even enters the equation. And I think Nashville can feel really, really aggrieved that this goal was choked off, because I've seen it time and time again now, and there's nothing that warrants it being called as an offside and interference of play. You see the referee, Walter Lopez, he's taken over to VAR, and then he disallows the goal. But then this is another chance for Nashville as well. Same players involved again, Muil and Mukhtar. Lovely ball in from Mukhtar. You just seen Muil, he's just stretching, potentially Andrada in his eyesight. Just put him off at the last second, but it was a big opportunity. And then Monterrey, they got the chance themselves. You just see, it's good play here. Aguirre loves to get forward from that right back position. And they get a 2v1 against Lovitz. And then he just goes for goal, but the crossbar comes to Nashville's rescue.
Terrific opportunity for Eric Aguirre, the 26-year-old right back, but no goals halfway through. 58% possession for Monterrey through the first half. Shots are even at 6 each. And it is Nashville that has forced Andrada to make 3 saves already in the game.
Yeah, they have done. Nashville have looked dangerous when they've been able to just deal with the pressure and then break forward quickly. They just have to be careful that Mukhtar or Bunbury, they don't get isolated, because otherwise the ball keeps coming back at you.
1 yellow card was issued to Papa Picot, the only player subbed on in the first half due to the injury to Jacob Schaffelberg. And as we look at the expected goals chart for Nashville, look at the big circle, top of the 18, what that represents. Well, Gary Smith has Sam Surridge, who was employed in a substitution role to start the second half last game. His team had a lead already at that point. We're deadlocked at 0 so far tonight. Monterrey and Nashville. Look at how Miami won next.
Chevy Silverado has what it takes to do it all. With up to 13 camera views and the Z71 off-road package.
You okay? Yeah.
Any truck can help you make a living. This one helps you build a life. Chevy Silverado.
Soccer has allowed me to express myself in a way that I didn't think was possible.
The beautiful thing about soccer is that you could do it essentially anywhere.
It connects me with my sister, it connects me with my Mexican community, my Latina community, but most importantly, it's in my blood. Soccer culture is everywhere.
We get to decide what the future of soccer looks like.
Welcome to X World Wallet, where your money works harder for you, and you can use it how you want to use it. Save it, send it, spend it, and exchange it. Get it all with no credit check, no application fees, and endless cashback rewards. Change your money, change the game. Get more with X World Wallet. Download now at xworldwallet.com, the official debit card of Leagues Cup.
It's not just designed to look good. It's built to command attention. It's not just a comfortable interior. It's a quiet refuge. They're not just headlights. They light the way forward. The new fully electric Audi Q8 e-tron models.
Scoreless at halftime in Nashville, Monterrey and Nashville SC. Miami awaiting the winner of this game to play the Leagues Cup final on Saturday night. Danny Higginbotham, this was the scene earlier today. Chester, Pennsylvania, and Lionel Messi.
Yeah, it's incredible. And the one thing that Jim Curtin will have been really disappointed, I think, is that Philadelphia Union, when you play against players like Messi, like Busquets, as we've seen the finish here from Martinez, you show them respect, but not too much respect. And that's what happened in the first half. And Inter Miami, they just took full advantage. The space here between the midfield and defense, Martinez plays the ball through, and then it comes to Messi. Nobody's looking to try and stop him. I think the standard that Blake has set for himself, he'll be disappointed that he wasn't able to make the save. But once again, Messi in so much space and takes full advantage of it. And then Inter Miami, they're in cruise control after 20 minutes. And then you've got Alba, who makes a great one. Harriel just switches off. That leaves all the space then for Alba to get into. And it's a good finish past Blake. And at this point, you are thinking to yourself, well, it's going to be game over. And then Philadelphia Union, they were better in the second half, but they became stretched themselves. And then it's Ruiz. He does really well here. He keeps himself on side, and he just slides it into the bottom corner for a very, very good win for Inter Miami at a very difficult place to go.
So our game determines not only Miami's opponent, but also the venue for Saturday's game. Miami would host Monterrey if Monterrey advances to the final, but if Nashville wins, Miami would play that game on the road here Saturday night at Geodis Park. But Lionel Messi, in short order, it's easy to forget, they were winless in 11 when he arrived.
Yeah, it's incredible. People talk about him as being one of the best ever players, and I agree completely. But how he's transformed the team. Busquets needs great credit as well, I believe as well, because the two of them working. But the best players bring out the best in others, and that's exactly what he's done.
Well, Leagues Cup is united against hunger, helping to reduce food insecurity by donating more than 2 million meals across the communities of all 47 participating Liga MX and MLS clubs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. For every Leagues Cup match ticket sold, 2 meals will be donated in partnership with Bancos de Alimentos de Mexico, Feeding America, and Second Harvest. An intriguing 45 minutes still ahead. Sam Surridge waiting for the call. The 25-year-old designated player, newly signed striker from Nottingham Forest. Does he come in to start the second half? He's getting ready. Monterrey looking for the breakthrough too. Second half straight ahead.
Some things you can question.
I scored 3 goals in 3 minutes. I nutmegged 2 defenders and the keeper. It beat 5 guys, one after the other, like 100 goals for the season.
What's undeniable is that Gran Centenario is Mexico's #1 tequila.
Admit it. You use my Old Spice body wash.
I'm not letting hotel soap near my skin. It's the lavender and mint for me. Get that.
Savannah, if you don't get your moisturized hands off my body wash.
Good morning, friends. Today is Thursday, and everybody knows what that means.
How are you today? Ozark is a therapy dog who goes to children's hospitals and schools. Ozark calms people down after overwhelming days. Purina is supporting more touch therapy dogs to make a difference in the lives of more kids, like me. Purina cares here.
The power to connect is the power to change. Connect 2 dots and change the whole plot. Connect one day and change a long week. Connect to one thought and change what you speak. Scared of the storms, change their thunder. Don't share the dream, dream another. Connect and change. A face, a place,
I dance.
town, fight the night for light. Connect and change. Connecting changes everything. No one connects more than AT&T.
Mountain cold refreshment made to chill.
Set for the start of the second half in just a few moments here at Geodis Park in Nashville, Monterrey, and Nashville SC for the right to face Inter Miami in the Leagues Cup final on Saturday night. They remain scoreless. It is a terrific summer evening here in Tennessee, and this is the supporter cam. Fair number of Monterrey supporters are on hand. They are the home team for tonight's match, cheering on players such as Hector Moreno and Jesus Gallardo, who could be facing their former El Tri manager, Tata Martino, on Saturday. Mexico did not advance out of its group in Qatar under Martino, but they're familiar with their former boss and could be on a collision course to face him on Saturday. Proud team, 5-time CONCACAF champions, also 5-time Liga MX champions, last earning a league title in the 2019 Apertura. Well, Danny Higginbotham, at the start tonight, you selected Sergio Canales, Hani Mukhtar as the players to watch. What do you make of their contribution to this point?
I think the pair of them at certain times have dropped a little bit deeper to get on the ball, and they are the key. They are the key to this, because what they do, when they get hold of the ball, they attract 2 or 3 players from the opposition, and that then leaves their teammates free. So, as I've already said, whoever sees more of the ball in this game, I think their team goes on to win the game.
It appears substitutions are coming for each side to start the second half in this scoreless match. Sam Surridge is on here. So at the start of the second half, we see Gary Smith already using his second substitution window. Remember, Fafa Picault was subbed on for the injured Jacob Schaffelberg back in the first half. You have 3 substitution windows, including the halftime window in this Leagues Cup. That's an important distinction. And there are several substitutions coming for Monterrey as well. For Monterrey, Eric Aguirre and João Rojas are coming out of the match. Jordi Cortizo, who's been a factor in this tournament, comes in for Monterrey, along with Victor Guzman. Cortizo has played on the left side of Monterrey's midfield in this Leagues Cup. Monterrey likely to adjust here with Guzman at center back and the Colombian Medina to move out to a right back position. We've seen them in those roles earlier in this tournament.
Yeah, he's something that he's been comfortable with. I just wonder whether Aguirre, the challenge that he had from Pico, did that have an effect on it, or is it just that they were far too open down that side, and that's where Nashville's best plays came from?
Teal Bunbury's night is done for Nashville. So each side looks for the breakthrough in this scoreless match. The second half underway at Geodis Park. Gouveia plays this back for Romo. Canales, middle of the park here for Monterrey. Surridge, the Nashville striker. A player that Nashville knows must click. It's a signing they have to get right. After the Yankee Loba signing, saw that player produce 1 goal in 300 minutes. A major disappointment. That ball over the head of Meza and gathered here. Panico at the edge of the 18 to take this for Nashville.
Yeah, I spoke to Gary Smith about Surridge, and he said, you know, he ticks the boxes. There's more to come from him. He's honest, genuine, and players warm to him. He's a good fit for us in MLS, and there's room for improvement. He's only 25, and he's hungry to do well. And when you speak to Gary Smith, it's, yes, he wants to sign good players, but first and foremost, their character and their attitude has to be right to fit into the dressing room, which is really strong.
This ball off the top of Wheel, and with Surridge in the danger area, it takes a deflection out. A Nashville corner here early in the half.
Yeah, and when you initially see Surridge, you think that he's going to be this focal point where you can go long to. Don't be mistaken, he's quick as well. He can play on the shoulder, and you just see now asking questions of the two centre-backs. Just causes a little bit of concern there. It leads to a corner for Nashville.
Hani Mukhtar from the near side for Nashville. The reigning MVP to swing this ball out. Mukhtar's service. Max McCarty got a piece of it, but that's all. Put down for a goal kick by Esteban Andrada.
It's good play initially from McCarty. He gets on the wrong side of Guzman. He just can't get enough just to glance the header on. Puts it behind the goal.
Moreno for the keeper. Nashville's first 4 games of this League's Cup were close. 2-1 win versus Colorado. 4-3 loss to Toluca. Then winning its first 2 knockout round matches via penalty shootout. And then finally, the easy game against Minnesota United, in which they scored 5. With 5 different goal scorers in that quarterfinal win. This is Gouveia. Cortizo, who's just come on and played back for Guzman. Moreno, calm, cool presence, avoids Mukhtar. That's a good ball down the right side. Medina making a run, able to keep this ball in play. João Rojas. We play on, and it's played back for Moreno. With Surridge motioning to the referee. Gouveia. Romo to the near side, and now Jesus Gallardo. Gallardo works on Wheel. Gallardo gets this across off the side, netting. It took a deflection, and it's out for a corner for Monterrey.
And one of the things that we saw from Monterrey, in particular against LAFC, caused problems from corners. And a lot of the times they're looking towards that far post where they'll try and get a late runner going there. They got a penalty from that. There's also an own goal that came about as well, so Nashville have to be really switched on.
That was the tying goal against LAFC before Funes Mori had the winner. Canales plays this ball in. Monterrey gets ahead to it, Medina, but it took a double deflection out off Nashville for another corner.
It's just good from McNaughton. Just made sure that if he's not going to win the ball, it's not going to be a clean header. You just see McNaughton goes behind for another corner.
Canales once again. Opening minutes of the second half. The recently added Spaniard plays this ball in, drops at the top of the 18. Rojas looks for space and fires wide. Have been alerted to this earlier in the tournament. We're sure the headgear worn by Elliot Panico. He was concussed as a collegiate player at UNC Charlotte. Conference USA Golden Glove winner back in 18, and he has worn the headgear since. Into the Monterey area with Surridge backing up, and the foul is against Nashville. Monterey on the restart. This is Gallardo. Read well by Zimmerman. Straight up Broadway for Mukhtar, and he'll play this out wide. Surridge on the ball, 3 into the attack. His ball broken up. Had 2 men cutting in the form of Papa Picault, and of course Mukhtar taken here by Moore.
It's great defending from Moreno. He found himself outnumbered, but his positioning showed all his experience then to just be in the right place to make sure the finishing touch couldn't be put on it.
Off Surridge, Mukhtar in the 18, and a shot was sitting there for Papa Picault, and he put it over the bar.
Well, I think one of the things that Gary Smith will be delighted with is the connection between Surridge and Mukhtar. Because he comes into Surridge, he wins the header, goes to Mukhtar, and this is a delightful touch. And it sits up absolutely perfectly for Picault. And you're thinking, if this goes into the back of the net, that's going to be a very special goal. But from the minute he left his boot, he was rising.
Pressure by Godoy. Magnetic play off Hannibal Godoy for a Monterey throw.
Just in the second half, you see Nashville, they just seem to be playing maybe 10, 15 yards higher up the pitch now, not allowing Monterey to play out from the back and get into their rhythm.
Picault with the intercept. Challenged by Gallardo. Papa Picault continues on. Does well. Wins the corner for Nashville.
Good play, talking about pressing higher, and it's Picault, he does it really well. Gets the better then of Gallardo. Look at the corners as well from Nashville. A lot of the times you'll see that near post run, either from Zimmerman or at times McNaughton. And if they're able to get that, then it's so important that somebody following in at the far post, because real threat from the set pieces. Lovitz is very good. If it's not Mukhtar taking them, it's always going to be him.
Walker Zimmerman stands 6'2". Marked by the best defender Monterey has, the veteran Moreno. The signal by Lovitz. Sends this across. Shot by Mukhtar, punched away by Andrade, and he has the rebound as well. And now works quickly to send Monterey on the counter. The save and the setup by Andrade. They'll slow the attack here and wait for reinforcements. Oh, Hani Mukhtar with a tremendous chance again for Nashville. Romo. Medina. Stefan Medina continues on. His service headed away by Zimmerman. Ball's here for Monterey. Gouveia. Capriles across.
Again, I've seen it a few times now from Andrade. He seems to be more comfortable punching than he does catching it. It's something that Nashville could potentially to try and take advantage of it, because his punches haven't been great as of yet, clearing the danger.
Played back for Moreno. Guzman, who's entered as a second half sub. They go over the top. Lucas McNaughton. Edge of the 18. Foul here is against Monterey.
Just see Norton, really good covering. And then you've got Medina saying that he wants a penalty, and he believes that he was fouled rather than him fouling McNaughton.
His continuation of the appeal is met by a waving finger from the referee, Walter Lopez.
have a look at what they're actually looking at. It's the ball that's played down the line initially from Meza. And you think McNaughton, he's done everything right. That bounce just catches him off a little bit there. We're having a good look at this. And when you see that, Medina could potentially have an argument here. It's just here, he doesn't get the ball. And Medina gets in front of him and he just catches his left leg. This could be a penalty. This is a very, very interesting one because McNaughton doesn't get the ball. He gets Medina as Medina just gets there before him. Taking a long look at this one.
What a change this would be. The reversal of the call of which player commits the foul and the foul rising to the level where a penalty is awarded.
When you see it there, again, it does look like McNaughton does bring Medina down. It's just now whether VAR are having a good look at it. Do they get the referee, Walter Lopez, to go to the screen because they think it's a clear and obvious error? And they do. I think this will be given as a penalty.
Walter Lopez will have his look.
Just see here, you can see the right foot of McNaughton. And it's Medina, what he does, and he's very clever. He puts his leg in the way of McNaughton trying to kick the ball. So the only way McNaughton can get to the ball is kicking through Medina. And he doesn't get anything of the ball. I'll be amazed if this isn't given as a penalty, as we see it again.
Foul is clearly inside the 18. That is not an issue here.
I just feel that McNaughton is very, very clever from Medina. He puts his foot in the way.
The check is complete. No penalty.
I've got to say that that's a little bit of a surprise. I think you can look at it as being 0-0 on the scoreline, but 1-1 is in terms of decisions that have gone against teams that potentially shouldn't have done.
Facial expression of Fernando Ortiz has been rather consistent on the night. It remains scoreless in Nashville. 58th minute. Takeaway middle of the field by Nashville. Ball in the direction of Mukhtar is too far. It'll come back for an Andrada goal kick. Here's Gobert. A constant beat in the stadium from these two factions of fans. That ball for Funes Mori. He'll get on this. Funes Mori played that off McNaughton. Takes a deflection out for a Monterrey throw. Nearly 2/3 of the way through. This is Canales. Gathered by Moreno. Here's the keeper, Andrada. Shots in the match to this point. 9 for Monterrey, 8 for Nashville. Romo to the far side. Intercept by McNaughton. Hani Mukhtar for Picot. And played centrally. Godoy wanted more, not enough on the pass. Gallardo with the intercept, and now Romo to send Monterrey the other way. Off Zimmerman and gathered here by Elliot Panico. It's a tough call for Gary Smith tonight. Joe Willis just returned to the team yesterday after a personal issue. Just didn't have enough training in the lead up to this game for the coach to feel comfortable about him starting in this Leagues Cup semifinal. So it's the 26-year-old with the assignment this evening. What an impact he's had in this tournament. He's been used exclusively several matches for the penalty shootout. Mukhtar to play this ahead. Surge. Slowed by the defender Guzman and played back by Monterrey. Gouveia to the far side. Medina. Space for him. Able to whip that ball in. Defended by McNaughton. Challenge in the middle of the field. Romo able to see that back to the foot of Gallardo. Now Gouveia. Canales. Played back by Cortizo. Guzman. Lionel Messi and Inter Miami await the winner of this semifinal tonight in the Leagues Cup Championship game on Saturday. Philadelphia plays the third-place game against the team that falls here. Romo with a good ball played across. Funes Mori with a shot blocked away off the back heel of McNaughton. And racing ahead, Papa Pico. Middle of the park. Couldn't elude the defender and one back. On today, will settle here. Gallardo for Canales. Cortizo. Cortizo reverses course on wheel. Back for Canales and now Romo. Many of these players in the game would be meeting Lionel Messi for the first time if they get to a final on Saturday. Not Canales. He estimates he's played against Messi in Spain 20 to 25 times from his time in La Liga. Most recently with Betis. Romo. Cortizo. Nashville allowing Monterrey to have a lot of the ball here. Rojas to play this ahead. Service from the far side. That's over the head of Zimmerman. McNaughton in the danger area. Looks to get it away. Stopped here by Romo. Played centrally. Into the 18. That's Cortizo with a shot. Curls that by the far post.
It's a big chance as well for Cortizo. As you just see, a couple of chances. And Medina now playing right back. He's causing a few problems with his movement. He's making late runs, but he's staying out wide, and that's creating problems. And then just see the ball to him. And it's a difficult one for Lovitz because he's trying to keep his eye on Meza as well. So he's getting caught in between the two. And as we just see this opportunity, this is all about Cortizo's first touch. It opens the whole of the goal for him. He's just tried to curl it into that far corner. Got it horribly wrong after a wonderful first touch.
Now Monterrey with the 11-10 shots advantage in the match. Cortizo wins the aerial duel taken by Monterrey, and here comes Meza into the attacking half once again. Has Gallardo to his left. Maxi Meza plays this back. Canales for Gouveia. Cortizo again. Able to play this out wide. Medina with a shot blocked away. Take it here, Papa Pico. And back here for McCarty. To the near side, space for Shaq Moore. Wheel back for Moore. Shaq Moore backs up Gallardo. Moore with service wins the corner for Nashville.
It's good play from Moore getting forward from that right back position. I think now, if you put yourself in a situation where you look at Andrade, and you know he seems to be more comfortable punching the ball than actually catching it. So it's a scenario where potentially you put the ball right over Andrade, because so far his punching hasn't been that comforting for the defense of Monterrey.
Now they'll have Mukhtar swing the ball out for Nashville on this corner. It was Lovitz the last time around on the in-swinger. Hani Mukhtar. At McCarty at the near post. That was defended away for a Nashville throw. Surge. Mukhtar takes this into the 18. Hani Mukhtar wants to challenge. Moreno gets it across. Handled by the goalkeeper Andrade. And he ran into Surge to slow the outlet.
Mukhtar, when he gets one-on-one, good link for once again between Surge and Mukhtar. When he gets one-on-one, he's so good. Keep Andrade is just in the right place.
In this Leagues Cup, Hani Mukhtar has factored into 6 of the 13 goals they've scored as a team. He's got a chance here, lays this off. Surge! Go! Sam Surge! To give Nashville the lead in the second half. It's Mukhtar, the playmaker. And all of those fans clad in electric gold go wild here at Geodis Park. This one should stick.
Well, you talk about Mukhtar and you talk about Surridge. Let's talk about the captain, because he's on the front foot here. He wins that header, and that enables then Mukhtar to go at a defence that is wide open because they're playing out from the back. And the ball goes to Surridge, and he is so cool and calm in this situation. He doesn't go for power, he just goes for placement. And it's a wonderful finish from Surridge. It's a great link-up between Surridge and Mukhtar, but it all starts from the captain Zimmerman at the back, going on the front foot, winning that header, and then taking advantage of an open Monterrey defence.
Sam Surridge, the man who saved them in the 99th minute versus Club America to level, the latest goal in Nashville history. All the chaos in the penalty shootout that ensued, none of it happens unless that man answers the call. And here, 68th minute of the match. Could that be the difference? And could it be the goal that sends Nashville to a Leagues Cup final? Plenty of time remaining, and now Monterrey knows it needs one. Romo to the foot of Meza. Laid off neatly by Romo. Space here, and a drive just off the mark.
It's a good strike from Cortizo. And what Monterrey have done since the substitutions at half-time, they're playing a really, really narrow midfield four. So what you're seeing is Cortizo going into the 10 position, you're seeing Meza going into the 10 position, and they're getting the width then from the fullbacks. So it's really important now from Nashville in this 4-4-2 that the outside players in Pico and Wheel, they are prepared to come narrow when they're defending as well. And then what you're saying is Lovitz and Moore, the two fullbacks, they've got to look after the two fullbacks from Monterrey, because the last thing that Nashville need now is for Pico and Wheel to be stretched out in the wider areas, and then all of a sudden you've got Godoy and McCarty against 4 midfielders from Monterrey.
Keep in mind, Gary Smith now in the efforts to protect this 1-goal advantage. He has only one more substitution window remaining, and he must choose wisely in the process of using it. For Monterrey. Gallardo out wide. Govea. This is about the time against LAFC when it all kicked into high gear for Monterrey. They scored 3 goals from the 68th minute on to advance to the semifinal. Do they have the answers now against Nashville? Romo, far side, met by Annabel Godoy. Panamanian got inventive to work that out of harm's way. Romo again sees this poked out. It's a Montade throw.
Just see Godoy, this is what you're talking about, the narrow side of things. They all have to come in really narrow. It's good play from Godoy. He's such a good foil for McCarty as well. They work so well together.
Medina on the throw. Surridge got tangled up in the middle of the field, and a yellow card appears to be coming out of the pocket of the referee, Walter Lopez. Indeed it is.
It's for Guzman. He was fearful of the pace of Surridge. Just stopped him. That's what you want from your centre forward. Just relieves any pressure, enables the rest of the team to get up the pitch. And in that free kick near the halfway line.
Victor Guzman, who was voted Liga MX best center back of 2022-23. Started the Leagues Cup wins versus Seattle, and Portland subbed on here in an important role tonight.
Just see Surridge there.
Played back by McCarty. Deflects for Lucas McNaughton. Lovitz. McCarty again. Moore. Max McCarty for Anibal Godoy. In a 1-0 game. Pico, the return pass. Fata Pico. Switch to the right side. Moore successfully brings that down. Crowd loves it. Curls this service in. Broken up and taken back here. Montade avoids the challenge by McCarty, and they've got 3 and 2 into the attack the other way. Meza on the move and broken up. That's Walker Zimmerman.
It's brilliant once again from Zimmerman. Sees his team under pressure, anticipates where the ball's going to go, wins it. It's one of his own players as well.
Moore, long ball, Surridge able to bring this down. Couldn't link with Mukhtar, that's broken up. Now Godoy trying to keep this alive. Contact in the open field, referee lets it go. Here's Meza back the other way. The pace now is frantic. Maxi Meza able to pull up on wheel. Works this ball across. Played centrally, Cortizo. And now Canales. Top of the 18 to play this across. Settled here by Romo. As Medina on the overlap, worked into the 18. This ball played. Meza with a shot blocked away by Moore. Cleared out, but not fully by Pico. Still looking to make something of this is Montade. Canales to the near side. Gallardo able to work this ball in. This ball finds Anibal Godoy. And Nashville plays this to Mukhtar. Now Surridge. Big striker finding the game, including the goal here, coming on at the start of the second half. This Nashville side has never played in CONCACAF Champions League. It could find itself in Champions Cup. With a victory here tonight, it would clinch a third-place finish. This ball pings around in the box, taken by Montade. Settled here, Muyl controls. Surridge, back for Alex Muyl at the edge of the 18, opts to give to Moore. Shaq Moore took a deflection off Muyl. Taken here by McCarty, they'll recycle. Shaq Moore once again, his service. Set it down! Surridge got a head to it, but the flag is up.
Once again, it's great play from Moore down this right-hand side. Mukhtar doesn't get a touch on it. Surridge does. He's in the right place, but the assistant referee immediately puts his flag up. The problem is it's not Mukhtar that's in an offside position, but because it's Mukhtar that's in an offside position, not Surridge, but because Mukhtar goes for a play on the ball, and the offside is going to be given.
And now, Danny, we'll get a look at one of the bright teenage stars who've emerged in this tournament. Ali Avila, the 19-year-old, subbed on for Gouveia and Monterrey for the final quarter hour. He was subbed on in the comeback win versus LAFC, earned a penalty in that victory, as well as earning one in the big rivalry match against Tigres. Here's Moreno on the ball. 76th minute, Nashville up by 1. Will it be an all-MLS Leagues Cup final on Saturday night? Canales. Monterrey with other ideas. Gallardo. Cortizo. Jordi Cortizo firing. Sent the goalkeeper, Panico, diving to his right. She'll come back for a goal kick. Saturday night, the final night of Leagues Cup 2023. See who lifts the cup in the final and who secures their spot in CONCACAF Champions Cup in the third place match. Both matches are right here on Apple TV. Dax McCarty is done. Another former New York Red Bull, Sean Davis, will be subbed on in his place. Gary Smith in this final substitution window will get a third center back onto the field. The efforts to protect the lead. Jack Mayer comes into the match. And Alex Muyle's night is done. This is a Nashville side that set the tone for a season to be built on defensive excellence. They allowed just 2 goals through their first 7 games this year. Are on pace once again to allow less than a goal per game in MLS. Now can they seal the deal here against an explosive Monterrey side to this point in the tournament? Leading by 1. This is Romo. Pico chasing. Cortizo able to work this ball out wide. Medina for Monterrey to the top of the 18. Off Funes Mori and cleared out. Taken back, Canales for Monterrey. Here's Gallardo. Moreno. Gallardo again. Defended by Shaq Moore. His service takes a deflection. Monterrey will go to work on a corner in the 79th minute. It will be the Spaniard Canales able to play this ball in. And an innocent header goes wide. Nashville will catch a breath here.
I spoke to Gary Smith yesterday and I asked him, obviously, the bad run that they've been on recently, in particular in MLS, and he just said he took his experience from Stevenage, where he managed in 2012. He said the first 10 months were great, the next 5 were poor. He said he's been better for that experience emotionally, and he's tapped into the experienced players at Nashville when having a bad time in MLS as well. And he also singled out 2 sports psychologists that they work with. Helps Gary and his team, a gentleman called Stephen James and Brad Stinson. He said that they've been an absolutely huge help in terms of the staff and the players.
Navigate the nail-biting moments like the one we're about to witness here potentially in the final 10 minutes plus stoppage time. Monterrey aside with 7 straight wins in all competitions. They've won every game in this tournament in regulation prior to tonight. Mukhtar able to play this for Surge. That's a good ball. Back to the right side. Shaq Moore is on it. He's got 4 players making a run. His service defended away by Romo for a corner.
You can see exactly what Moore's trying to do as well. It's a great run from Pico right through the middle. You just see Pico, he starts off well behind play. And it's good play initially from Mukhtar. Lovely first pass from Surge, but then you see the run here from Pico. He's finding himself into that space, but he just hits the defender on the way through Romo. So otherwise, Pico could have found himself in a great opportunity after a wonderful run.
A slew of players on Monterrey were objecting to referee Walter Lopez. A yellow card was issued to one of them just a moments ago.
You can only think it was a challenge in Nashville's half from Godoy on Canales.
On the ensuing corner, in the direction of Mukhtar, defended away. Off Gallardo, kept in play, Hani Mukhtar. Taken away cleanly, says the referee on the far side. Nashville fans object, and on the counter, they'll work this back for Medina. Medina. Meza for Romo. And now Cortizo with Monterrey looking for the equalizer. Canales sends that wide of goal. Did it take a deflection? No. Just to clarify the yellow moments ago, it was Cortizo, the player, who was cautioned prior to the corner kick by Nashville. Elliot Panico, the 13th pick out of the 2020 MLS draft out of UNC Charlotte. Not featured in an MLS game this season, but tonight making a 3rd start and a 5th appearance if he keeps it clean the rest of the way. He and Nashville will be on to a Leagues Cup final and a meeting with Lionel Messi and Inter Miami.
Panico there just finds himself getting a yellow card.
Mukhtar met by Moreno. Cleared out by Guzman, and now Romo. Able to play this ahead. Avila wasn't going to win the ball from Walker Zimmerman. Challenge on Moore. Taken here by Canales. And now Monterrey into the attacking third. Sergio Canales, who scored twice in this tournament by a penalty, gives to Cortizo. Played here. Avila with a shot. Took a deflection off Pico. It's a corner.
Yeah, and it's important. It's an important touch as well from Pico. And that's what you're talking about. The wingers, they need to defend narrow because that's where Monterrey are looking to get their midfield for, going all the way through the middle. Good positioning from Pico.
Monterrey fans know they have their special agent 207 into the game. He's been a difference maker off the bench 2 prior occasions. It's gathered here off the corner by Cortizo. Played back to Canales. Sergio Canales initially blocked away. Now Canales off the right foot, sends it in. McNaughton with the header brought down, and the volley by Romo won't go. Seems to be some confusion about whether the referee awarded a penalty. Now he gives the signal he does. The corner, excuse me. Sent into the mixer and taken out of midair. Blast, saved by Oh, his best moment of the night.
What a strike from Cortizo. It's a magnificent strike, just watching it all the way down. And he hits it so well. But Panico, fortunately, straight down the middle of the goal, because either side, it's in the back of the net because of the power on it.
Cortizo with 2 strong shots on goal since entering as a second half sub. Referee will hold up the corner this time. Canales on the outswinger. Mukhtar trying to win that ball in the open field. He could not. Taken back by Monterrey. Cortizo. Canales. And just given away. Nashville will take a breath and get ready for the ensuing throw.
See once again the save from Panico. He had to deal with it. There's a huge amount of pace on it. It's a great strike from Cortizo.
Shackmore on the throw. The winner to the Leagues Cup final on Saturday and guaranteed a place in CONCACAF Champions Cup. Mukhtar, couple of defenders to navigate. 3 blue and white kits around him. He's fouled.
It's brilliant from Mukhtar. As we see, Meza gets the yellow card, but just look how many players are around him from Monterrey. Still he's able to keep hold of the ball. Meza gets that frustrated that he can't win the ball, that he brings him down. And that just takes a little bit of the pressure now off Nashville. Just gives them a few seconds just to get their breath.
Going to be in contention for another MVP award this year. Hani Mukhtar certainly. 13 goals in the regular season. He's the Golden Boot leader. Moreno trying to fend off Surge.
When you look at Mukhtar, it's been another good performance for him, but I look at them defensively. Zimmerman's been outstanding. Godoy been outstanding, been so disciplined, stuck to the task.
Off Meza. Avila on the move. Chased by McNaughton. Pass broken up. Moore able to run this the other way. Switch to the far side and Mukhtar. Back to the right and Shackmore able to protect the ball from Meza well. Here's Moore. Got centrally. Has space, plays this. Lovitz will receive this. His service intended for Picault, broken up, but the flag went up as well. Fernando Ortiz will go to another of the young kids, 20-year-old midfielder Victor Lopez. Many of the academy players with the triple-digit numbers. Avila 207, Lopez 210. 89th minute, Nashville leading by 1. Romo. Medina. This is Canales. Gallardo. Zimmerman with a push. Referee let the contact go. This comes to the goalkeeper. Andrada to work it away from Surridge and taken here by Moreno. We're in the 90th minute. Lopez, who's just come on. Able to play this. Cortizo on the move, lays this off. And a shot by Forsberg. No! Panico got a hand to it. It's a corner.
And it's a big save from Panico as well, because just as we'd seen from Surridge, just placing it in the corner. It's exactly what Funes Mori did as well. Big stretch from Panico.
Nashville defending for a place in the final for a meeting with Messi. Cortizo fakes one shot in the 18, able to work this far post, got by a slew of players. Referee says it has taken another deflection. It's a corner from the near side.
And the Nashville players, they're not happy about it. They don't believe it took a deflection on the way through.
6-minute stoppage time posted by the fourth official. Canales once again on the corner from Monterrey. Sends this ball in, defended by Nashville. Pico to work it away, and Mukhtar is on it. Hani Mukhtar into the attacking half, has Surridge making a run. It's those two against 5 blue jerseys. Mukhtar with a shot blocked away. Monterrey keeps it in play. Cortizo, middle of the park. Medina. Here's Gallardo. The youngster Lopez. Challenging more. Lopez gets the cross away. Defended away by Nashville. Taken by Medina. Top of the 18. Stephen Medina plays this back. Cortizo has to commit the foul.
You just see this save from Panico. As it comes through here, you see exactly what Funes Mori's doing. Just looking to curl it into the far corner. But Panico, such a stretched hand and a strong hand as well. Sends it behind to the corner. And a few of the Nashville players looking at Cortizo should have been booked then against Godoy, and if that would have been the case, he would have been off the pitch as he's already been booked.
Panico on the free kick. 2 minutes gone, 6 minutes of stoppage time posted. Gary Smith has built a team with a reputation as one of the best defensive sides in Major League Soccer. Can they defend successfully for 4 more minutes and book a place in the League's Cup final? Lopez. Moore with a ball from Mukhtar, taken back by Monterrey. Now pressure by Shaq Moore again on the near touchline. This takes a deflection out for a Monterrey throw and played back for the goalkeeper Andrada. Guzman. Romo. Canales again. Lopez plays this ball in, and that's headed wide of goal. Funes Mori looking to level the match, and time beginning to run out for Monterrey. That was the man who was the hero against LAFC. That perfectly placed attempt off a rebound in the 88th minute. That proved to be a game winner as Panico sends this away. Off Cortizo for a Nashville throw.
Smith will be absolutely delighted with this performance. They're back to their best, disciplined, looking strong on the attack, as well organised.
Mukhtar, met by Monterrey, and back the other way they come. The last Liga MX side standing in this League's Cup tournament. Is there magic at the end of the semifinal to keep them alive? Instead, Surridge to the near side. Time here for Mukhtar to get on it. Hani Mukhtar, will he take it to the corner? Has options heading for goal. Now Mukhtar challenging Moreno, got tangled up. And the foul is called against Moreno, and a big free kick coming for Nashville as they look to put the game away.
It's brilliant from Mukhtar. He's flat out. He has put some miles in this evening. Necessarily see this ball going into the box now. This is where it could go into the corner.
It is the Nashville Sam fans in song at this late stage of the match. Suric, ever so innocently, makes his way towards the corner. It is Mukhtar over the ball. Suric thought he had won the free kick. Instead, assistant referee did not hesitate to throw in by Montaday. And is this their last chance? Headed away by Mayer. Suric challenging for this, and it's gathered here by Papa Pico. What will he do? Into the 18. Pico avoids contact. Got a shot. Goal. He roofed it. Oh, he went for the icing on the cake. And Montaday is baked. And surely the goal that sends Nashville to a Leagues Cup final against Messi and Miami. And they're about to slay one of the giants in CONCACAF tonight.
Well, what a truly magnificent performance. And as you can hear on the tannoy, you've got Mr. Brightside being sung, and it is. Destiny is calling, and maybe, just maybe, it is for this Nashville team. But this is absolutely brilliant. The last minute, you're thinking to yourself, Nashville potentially just going to be holding on. Absolutely no chance. They wanted to get that second goal, and they got it. This has been an incredible performance, and this is Nashville at their best from start to finish. Organisation, finishing, putting the ball into the back of the net, everybody helping each other. And it's a result that isn't a fluke. It's thoroughly deserved.
The man, born in New York City, actually represents the Haitian national team. Subbed on a long time ago tonight as Schaffelberg left by an injury in the early stages. It's over! Nashville's destiny is a meeting with Inter Miami here at Geodis Park Saturday night. They'll host Lionel Messi.
And they deserve it. What a performance. Speaking to Gary Smith, I asked him about the tournament, and he just, you could tell he was bubbling with everything. He said, we've made positive steps, we've taken confidence, and we've worked to lay the foundations of the team we are. Well, this evening, you saw what Nashville were all about from start to finish. It's about the collective, not about the individual. And Gary Smith will be so proud of his team because, in my mind, this is the best and the biggest victories for Nashville since they've been around. Absolutely magnificent, and they deserve all the plaudits they're going to get.
This is the first time Montaday has ever lost to an MLS team in a knockout round match. They were dominant in this region of the world game. Nashville had to shake off a disappointing moment in the first half. A goal that was reversed on VAR. Interference on Alex Wheel, negating a goal by Hani Mukhtar. The 2 goals scored in the second half are theirs. Montaday will play a third-place game against the Philadelphia Union on Saturday. An important clarification, Monterrey has already qualified for CONCACAF Champions Cup by virtue of what they have done in the Mexican League. Philadelphia must win that game in order to secure its place in CONCACAF Champions Cup using the Leagues Cup pathway. There are other ways for MLS teams to get to that competition. But the fact is the top 3 in this tournament are guaranteed CONCACAF Champions Cup, and that's a box that Nashville is going to check for the first time in its 4-year history.
Yeah, it's incredible, and full credit to everyone involved with the football club. You look at Gary Smith, what he's done, but imagine what this place is going to be like at the weekend when Inter Miami come into town, because the atmosphere this evening has been incredible. Yeah. The weekend, I think you can say it's going to go up a few more notches when you've got the likes of Messi and Busquets coming along with Inter Miami, and what a game that promises to be.
This is the man of the match. match presented by Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
It has to be that man, Zimmerman. Absolutely outstanding from start to finish. A true captain's performance. Getting in the right place at the right time to deal with everything. And I think sometimes defenders, though they don't get the credit that they deserve, but he did not put a foot wrong from start to finish, and he also had a huge part to play in the goal. We've just seen him getting forward here. And then this is a captain's header. Gets the team on the front foot and says, okay, Mukhtar, you go and do your business. Play to the new signing, Surridge, and you go and do your business. And he does that. And that epitomised the performance of Zimmerman and this Nashville team. Absolutely brilliant.
I'll leave it to the viewers to decide what the statistics actually mean, because Inter Miami earlier today defeated a team with only one home defeat all season. Well, Nashville moves to 13-3-3 in this stadium in all competitions. You give them a valid shot on Saturday night against Inter Miami.
100% you do, but what you would say with Inter Miami, so far in this tournament, they've beaten teams before the game's begun. And when you're playing against the world-class players like a Busquets, like a Messi, you have to show them respect. There's no question about that. But I think, and we even saw it this evening, Philadelphia Union showed them too much respect, sat off them too much. And you can guarantee that Gary Smith will be saying to his players, when Messi comes into town, when Busquets comes into town, yes, you show them respect, but not too much respect where they're able to do what they want to do. And like I said previously, it's going to be an absolutely brilliant game.
Mukhtar, Messi, Music City Saturday. Tonight, 2-0 Nashville in this Leagues Cup semifinal. They'll host the final on Saturday night. Nashville will. We're back with full-time highlights and more in just a few moments.
How good does it feel to find not just what you need, but everything you love at prices you can afford? When sharing the love starts with quality ingredients, and when you can put joy on the table for 2 or a party of 10 for less. When savings come in every style, and when you can get even more perks on what you buy most. That's totally Target.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? Oh, right. The Home Depot app is made for doing that doesn't miss a beat, so you can find what you need fast and keep things moving in the right direction. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app. It's made for doing.
I'm Master Sergeant Janet Lindsay. I'm a daughter of Mexican immigrants, a first-generation high school and college graduate, and a principal at Bear Lake Middle School. Joining the Air Force Reserve gave me the flexibility to teach and pursue my doctorate degree at the same time. It allowed me to be part of 2 worlds, serving our country and serving our students. If you're ready for more and something bigger than yourself, we're ready for you.
The night belongs to Gary Smith's Nashville SC and Hani Mukhtar, who created the first goal of the evening, scored by Sam Surridge, and fans in the Music City are in song and dancing after a 2-0 win over Monterrey to clinch a place in the Leagues Cup final. Full-time highlights, Danny Higginbotham.
Well, 2 very controversial points in the game. And the first one was the disallowed goal. You just see it comes to Mukhtar here. It's a sensational finish. And you can see him wheeled in an offside position. He's not interfering with the goalkeeper one bit. The goal should have stood. The referee was told to go to VAR to have a look at it. And he then changed his mind and he gave Muil in an offside position, saying that he was interfering with the play, but at no point was he. And Andrada's actually diving even before Muil gets in the line of sight. And for me, that's a goal that should have stood, but it didn't. And then we go on to the next one. Monterrey this time, they should have had a penalty. You see, initially, the foul is actually given in Nashville's favour, McNaughton being brought down, but then when you see the replay, McNaughton actually brings down Medina. Once again, Walter Lopez, he's told to go to the VAR screen. You can see there, this should be a penalty for Monterrey, but Walter Lopez, he sticks with his original decision and doesn't give the penalty. So both teams feel aggrieved from the outcome in both those situations. But then Nashville get their just reward, and it's all about the captain Zimmerman, knowing that he's going to win that ball. Only one winner. The ball then falls to Mukhtar, who then plays it to his strike partner Surridge, and that's a lovely finish into the corner. It's not about pace, it's not about power, it's all about accuracy, and you can see what it means to Gary Smith, not just to get that first goal, but another goal for Surridge, their big signing recently. And then just before the end of the game, you're thinking to yourself, okay, Pico, go and take it into the corner, waste a bit of time. He's having absolutely none of it. He sees the back of the net and he finds it, and it's absolutely brilliant from Nashville once again. And that is the icing on the cake of what was a very, very memorable performance against a very good Monterrey team.
They answered the bell tonight, did they not? And that's the coach from Harlow, England, 54-year-old Gary Smith. His team will try for its first trophy as an MLS club on Saturday night against Inter Miami. Here's the final statistical story of the evening. Monterrey had the most possession, which we expected coming in, 63% on the night. They fired 22 shots, but only 3 of those on goal. Can't lose the importance of the save by Elliot Panico on Cortizo in the second half in order to keep this the game that it was.
Yeah, it was a great save, but also then you look at the possession stats. It's something that frustrates me at times because people will talk about possession dominating the game. It's not about possession, it's about what you do with it. And Nashville did more things with less possession than what Monterrey did and deserved to win the game.
So it is Nashville hosting Inter Miami. Philadelphia will host Monterrey in the third place game. Broadway in Nashville, one of the more fun places in the United States of America. They'll have a good time tonight, the supporters will. 2-0 Nashville over Monterrey.
We love our house.
It's on a great block, tree-lined streets.
The neighbors are observant.
And we're back at the Sullivan house.
It's lawn day, Sheila, and the leaves are piling up.
Ugh, bit of an eyesore.
I'll say.
Dry shave. Interesting technique.
That's going to come back to haunt him. Some people clean while they cook, not these folks.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Saves us a ton. If only they'd bundled the leaves. You know, I wouldn't have pegged these two as yogis.
I still don't.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Wherever you go, wherever you stay, all you need is one key.
Earn and use rewards across Expedia, Hotels.com, and Vrbo.
Leagues Cup 2023. Only two
Monterrey
games
0,
left.
Nashville
The
2,
final between Nashville
Filadelfia
and
1,
Miami. The
Miami
big place
4.
game between Philadelphia
Gran
and
final,
Monterrey
próximo
on
sábado
Saturday. So it's
19 de
an all
agosto.
MLS final in this first year of the revised, expanded Leagues Cup format. I think the neutrals would have preferred to see one MLS team against a Liga MX team. There was some disadvantages for the Liga MX sides. I think no home field advantage at any point in the tournament was part of that. I think there will be tweaks to this tournament as we go on, Danny, but take a look at the final, and how will the game be decided, do you feel?
Well, you know, there's a few players. I think it's Mukhtar and Messi, so to speak. You know, it's what it's going to be all about. I think the hardest thing for any team that's playing against Nashville at the moment, against Miami at the moment, is can you stop Messi and can you stop Busquets? Because you can push high on Busquets and say, right, I'm going to try and stop him. But if you do that, then the problem you have is that you leave space for Messi. It's going to be an intriguing game, that's for sure.
This was a lot of fun. For Danny Higginbotham and our entire crew, I'm Steve Cangelosi. Thanks for watching MLS on Apple TV. For other scores, highlights, and the latest news from around Leagues Cup, check out My Sports in the Apple News app.
This copyrighted broadcast of Leagues Cup may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Soccer United Marketing.
It's not just designed to look good. It's built to command attention.